Welcome back, guys. So today it's gonna be more of like an informative video. I thought I would basically explain where and how I get all the clothes that I get, and basically how I, started and got into this type of fashion. And yeah, so I have a little notebook with me so I can keep track of everything because I have a lot to talk about and I want this video to be like 10,000 years long. So anyways, yeah. To start off with, I guess I can go a little bit into how I, first got into this to begin with. So it was back, I don't exactly remember the year, but I was in high school and I was doing a study abroad trip, and I went to Japan, and there I got to learn a lot of things, but one of the things that I really learned is I love their sense of style and fashion there. Like, it's extremely different from how we normally dress in America, and so I really took a liking to, like, how cute and frilly and girly all the clothes were, and like all the shops were just so amazing. And so after that, I came back home and I was like, oh, I want to dress like that here. How can I do that? And so at the time there wasn't really a lot of information online for me to access, so I had to do everything by myself. And so this is like years of me trial and erroring how to get all these clothes and stuff. So I'm not saying like I'm an expert and I know everything. Obviously all of this is from like my personal research and experience, and I feel like everybody's journey ultimately will be different, but I feel like this is gonna be a good starting place for anybody who's like confused and doesn't want to like struggle as much as I did when I first started. So before I get into like the actual places of where to go or how to get them, I want to first start off by going into finding your style, like your niche, because I think one thing for me is I learned about so many different styles, and so many like within a style there's like sub styles and stuff like that, and so I was very overwhelmed. And although I was learning a lot, I didn't really know exactly how, like, what style I wanted and how I wanted to dress. And so I was getting all this information and I was learning all this stuff, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And so what I would say is, like, basically research exactly how you want to dress, like what you want your aesthetic to be. People on Instagram, like, I know there are a lot of fashion Instagram people like searching up which styles you like the most, which pages you like the most, or even Pinterest. Pinterest is a really good place to like find like the type of style and aesthetic that you want. And when it comes to like names of the aesthetics, like Coquette, Dollette, Lolita, I think there's if we're going by Japanese, there's Jaime and Jarake. I don't know if I'm pronouncing those things right, but yeah, they're all like different just names for the styles. Me personally, I don't really have a name because I'm kind of like all over the place as far as my style, but I think it's really good to have those titles when you're first getting into it, so you at least know what you're looking at and also what you're looking for. So I would say definitely research exactly what you want to wear and how you want to dress. It will definitely help you a lot in the long run. Alright, okay, now that we have all that out the way, I'm going to basically share where exactly I'm getting all this stuff from. So I have it separated into 3 different categories, just to make it easier. And so the first category I have is, this is for people who you don't really want to get into like international shipping, or you don't really have the funds to get into international shipping, because depending on which company and website and stuff, it can get expensive. So I completely understand that. So the first category is just for people who want to stay within the US and get clothes from here. So obviously depending on what style you like, I would definitely say H&M. They have sort of like kind of a like bland / generic style, but like every now and then they have like tops or skirts or accessories that are more on the girly and frilly, like similar to my aesthetic. I feel like they have some like really good like Lolita or Coquette like staple pieces. Yeah, so it's a really good place to start off. And since the clothes are like, they're kind of stylized, but they're more so plain, it's a really good place to get your starter stuff to like build on top of other outfits or coordinates. And then another good place is Hot Topic. I feel like they're good depending on the season that you're in, or I guess the store that you go to, because every once in a while they like change up their style. Like sometimes it's more like dark academia or gothic, and then sometimes it's like very like pastel, frilly Lolita type. It honestly just depends on when you go in, or maybe if you're shopping online, or what the season it is in general. But yeah, I think with them, I like a lot of their accessories. I think they're really good, regardless of like what their clothes look like any given time. They're really good. They have really good accessories that will help with your outfits. And then the third one in this category I have is thrift stores. So they're a really great place to go because, you know, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's economically, what is that word? Not efficient. It's, you know what I'm trying to say. It's really great, and then also you can find some good like older pieces too, like if you're into that antique type of look. So yeah, okay. And then moving on to the second category I have, this is for if you don't mind like shopping online and shopping overseas, but you still want to like, you don't want to spend as much money. So this right here is category I have. As far as this, I want to say that with these items, again, because it's gonna be cheaper and the shipping is gonna be cheaper, the quality of the items might also take a hit as well. So there is that. I would like to say that and warn with that. Anyways, so the first thing I have is Ailexpress. I have found really good, like they have really, I get most of my accessories from there, and then also I've gotten some shoes from there too. I think they're really good with those type of things. When it comes to the clothes, I've gotten some clothes from there. Some of them have last, some of them hasn't. It just depends on, you know, the company you're getting it from, and I would suggest checking the reviews and the ratings, obviously. But yeah, it's really good for that. And then same thing with Shein. Everybody's heard about Shein, so I don't have to go too much into there, but I think Shein is really good for finding like the type of style that you want. And because I have like, you can get really like detailed about the search sometimes. I know with like the other stuff, if you get too like technical with the terminology, you won't find anything. But I feel like with Shein, because it's so oversaturated, you can really search and find some good stuff. And with Shein, I also found out this one brand of shoes that I think are really cute. I might do a review on them later. I haven't bought them yet, but I am going to, and when I do, I will do a review. But I think the shoes are called Dollar Lovely or something like that. But yeah, I will definitely review those in a separate video. But yeah, I've seen those shoes and I'm really excited to try them out because they're not that expensive. Alright, and then the third option that I have is Devilinspired. I originally found out about them on Instagram, I believe, but they also have a website and an app, so that's really good. Oh, I totally forgot to mention, all the other things that I talked about previously have an app as well. Even like, obviously, depend on where you're living. Some of your thrift stores might or might not have an app, but the thrift store that I go to, they also have an app as well. So, yeah, like, but all of these places, they have websites, but they also have apps, so that's another great thing. But anyways, Devilinspired, they're also a really good, option. They're more specifically catered towards people who have my sort of aesthetic or similar, so this is a really good place for you to find exactly what you want, because with Ailexpress and Shein, obviously they cater to like a big demographic of people, so they have like, you know, streetwear and like I don't know why I keep bringing up dark academia. They have like basically clothes for everybody. But with Devilinspired, they have clothes specifically for this type of clothing. So that's a really good one. Alright. And then the last category I have, this is for people who don't really care about international shipping. They want quality clothes, and you know, they might even so this is for people who don't really care about international shipping. They have a little money to spend, and you know, they want quality clothes. So these are the three options that I have right here. So the first one is Taobao. I don't use this one as much because the thing with Taobao is they don't have like an English version of the app, and on the website it's fine because you can just like Google will translate it to English, but Taobao is like a Chinese app, and so it's like a little bit harder to like search for things, especially if you're on the app, because you know, you need to search in Chinese and it's like hard to find. But if you don't mind that, like if you can get past that, then it's a really good place to go to get, you know, good quality clothes that you actually want. I've gotten some shoes from Taobao and they're so gorgeous, so beautiful, and the quality is super nice, and I absolutely love them. They're actually one of my favorite shoes I currently have right now. But yeah, so there is that. And then the second one I have is Buyee. Buyee is Buyee is actually the one that I use the most out of all of these. This is the one that I use the most. This is my favorite. I just, you know, it's the easiest and most convenient for me, and I like it. And yeah, so Buyee, again, it's a website and an app. And the thing with Buyee is they have different options for you. So like within their system, there's different places you can go. There's like, you can go to like a Japanese website that shows like different like clothing brands and stuff, and you can search it from that way. Or my favorite way is Mercari. It's basically, you know, like the Mercari that we have in America, except it's based in Japan. So you're getting secondhand clothes from Japanese citizens. So I like that personally myself because I'm saving money because I'm getting like expensive like quality Japanese brands, but in bulk and for cheaper because they're secondhand, and I'm taking it off of people's hands because, you know, they don't want it anymore. So I feel like it's cost efficient, but it's also like economically sound. And yeah, so it's like my favorite way to go about it. The only thing with Mercari is you have to know what brands you're looking for. And so I have my usual brands that I look for, and so I search it in, and then I just look through the options, and it's really good. I haven't really used the other options on Buyee. I think they have Japanese Amazon, and a marketplace too. It's like an eBay sort of, where you can bid, and then like wholesale and stuff. But I haven't really used those. I just like my Mercari, so I stick to that. But yeah, that's my favorite one, and I like it a lot. And the shipping cost, in my opinion, I feel like is not too bad, and it usually gets to me like within a week. So good stuff, good stuff. Okay, and then my last thing, and this, it varies because depending on which brand you go to, they might not have this as an option, but if they do, it's really great. So buying directly from the clothing brand. One of my favorite brands, Liz Lisa, they ship internationally. That's one of the reasons why I really like them. And so like on their website, there's an option for you to have it shipped to America. Not all brands are like that. Like Onyx Rouge isn't like that, but they have partnerships with like websites that do offer that. Like Onyx Rouge, I think is partnered with a website called Aliland, and Aliland, they also have other brands on that website, but it allows you to ship overseas. So there are ways to do it. But yeah, so I think that's all that I have as far as that. Yeah, I really hope this was helpful. And if you have any other questions or any suggestions that you would like me to get into, I would definitely love to hear about it. We could talk about it in the description down below. If you have any video suggestions, I would love to hear about that as well. And yeah, I am so happy and so glad that I was able to do this, because I feel like it was very much needed. But yeah, I hope this is really helpful, and I hope you guys got something out of this. And thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.